Good morning, dear students. In the previous classes, we have discussed about the various types of tissues. We have discussed about epithelial tissue and its types, connective tissue and its types, and we have also discussed about the muscular tissue, which includes the voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles, both. That is skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. We have discussed about the differences between these types of muscular tissue, whether they are voluntary, whether they are involuntary, are they uninucleated or they are multinucleated, whether they have presence of striations or not. These all things were discussed by us in the topic of muscular tissues. Now we are moving on to the last topic of this chapter, and that is the nervous tissue or you can say the neural tissue. आज हम बात करने वाले हैं nervous tissue की. Now जितने important epithelial, connective और muscular tissues हैं, इतना ही important है nervous tissue. Nervous tissue includes the cells which are known as nerve cells or neurons. Every cell in our body is going to respond to any stimulus. All the cells of our body, respond to certain stimulus. Now here, what does this stimulus mean? Stimulus can be an external stimulus or internal stimulus. For example, if there is heavy rainfall and the rainfall droplets are falling on your skin, your cells of skin immediately know that this is rainfall and therefore you need to go under some shade to protect yourself. Okay, so your cells of the skin are responding to change in the temperature, change in the weather, right? If it is very cold, we opt for wearing jackets. Why do we do so? Because our cells are getting sensitized towards that external stimulus. Stimulus can be even from within your body. मतलब कहीं पे हमें अंदर से कुछ पेन हो रहा है तो वहाँ पे भी हमारा इंटरनल स्टिमुलस वर्क करता है that this particular part of the body is paining. So stimulus is any external or internal change that is happening. Any external or internal change that is happening is known as the stimulus. So all the cells of our body are going to respond to the stimulus. But the nerve cells respond to this stimulus and transmit the impulse to different parts of the body. Okay, so cells will be responding to the stimulus, but out of all the cells, the main ones are the nerve cells, and these nerve cells will be responding to the stimulus, as well as after responding they will transmit the impulse to the other parts of the body. That is, if you are receiving a stimulus on your finger, right, but that response is going to be sent, or the impulse is going to be sent to your brain that this is a droplet of rain falling on your skin. तो ये मैसेज कहाँ से जा रहा है? आपको चोट पैर में लगी है, for example, but the response, the stimulus is reaching where your brain that you are having a severe pain in your leg, right? तो stimulus जो है वो कोई अलग साइड पे हो सकता है, right? पर उसका जो impulse है वो transmit कहाँ होगा? To your brain to make you know that you are suffering from a particular change in your surrounding. So nerve cells are those cells which will be responding to the stimulus and transmit the impulse to the other body. Now, this neural tissue includes, that is the nervous system, that is going to include the cells which are known as neurons. The neural tissue includes the cells that are known as neurons or nerve cells. They are known as neurons or nerve cell. Other than that, neural tissues includes brain, spinal cord and nerves. एक जब हम न्यूरल टिश्यू की बात करते हैं तो तीन चीजें इंक्लूड होती है. ब्रेन होता है उसमें इंक्लूड, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड होता है और नर्व्स होते हैं. व्हाट आर दीज नर्व्स? Nerves are bundle of neurons which are covered by a connective tissue. So these are nerve fibers along with a connective tissue. Along with a connective tissue is known as a nerve. What is a nerve? Nerve कब कहते हैं हम? तो जब nerve fibers, मतलब nerve fiber मतलब nerve cell. nerve cell को nerve fiber क्यों कहा जाता है? क्योंकि nerve cell बहुत ही ज्यादा elongated होता है. Maximum length of a neuron can be about 90 centimeter because neurons are the longest cells of our body. तो अगर न्यूरॉन जो है वो बहुत ही लंबा एक्सटेंड करता है तो इट अपीयर्स लाइक अ थिन थ्रेड, इट अपीयर्स लाइक अ थिन फाइबर. इसीलिए न्यूरॉन्स को नर्व फाइबर्स भी कहा जाता है. नाउ दिस नर्व फाइबर्स विथ सराउंडेड द कनेक्टिव टिश्यू इज नोन एज नर्व. तो हमारी बॉडी में कई तरह की नर्व्स होती है, राइट? जैसे कि सम ऑफ द नर्व्स व्हिच आर नोन एज सेंसरी नर्व्स, वो क्या होती है जो हमारे सेंस ऑर्गन से ब्रेन तक जाती है, उन्हें सेंसरी नर्व्स कहते हैं. मोटर नर्व्स भी होती हैं जो ब्रेन से दूसरे ऑर्गन्स तक जाती है, उसे मोटर नर्व्स कहते हैं. सो इन दिस वे देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ नर्व्स प्रेजेंट इन आवर बॉडी. नाउ अ नर्व सेल और अ न्यूरॉन, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द डायग्राम ऑफ द न्यूरॉन, the neuron has certain very important structures within it. So, the first structure that you can observe at the top, this region is known as the cell body. This region is known as the cell body. This processes or extension-like structure which you can observe on the all four sides, these are known as dendrites. They are known as dendrites. The elongated structure which you can observe within is known as the axon. So every nerve cell will be having one cell body. There will be many dendrites and there will be one single axon. Okay, these are the presence of a lipid layer over here. Outside this axon there is a layer of lipid, and this layer of lipid is known as myelin sheath. It is known as myelin sheath. Now the cell body has nucleus. Other process present are processes मतलब जो extensions present है उनमें include होता है dendrites और axon. Dendrites जो होते हैं वो most of the neurons में बहुत सारे dendrites होते हैं, जबकि axon जो होता है वो हर एक न्यूरॉन में एक ही होता है. There is only one elongated structure which is the axon. Moreover, the functional combination of a neuron with muscle fiber enables the movement of the muscles. Enables the movement of the muscles. अब ये पॉइंट क्या लिखा है? जब हम मसल्स की बात करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि मसल्स हैव अ प्रॉपर्टी टू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड टू रिलैक्स. बट दिस प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ द मसल्स इज ड्यू टू व्हाट? ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है इसके लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्शन के लिए कोई स्टिम्युलस की तो जरूरत है, तब जाके मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होंगे. So this stimulus is being brought by the nerve cell. You think about that you want to walk. That is the stimulus to which who is going to respond? Nerve cells of your brain. From the brain, these nerve cells will be reaching to your particular muscle present in your legs. And that is stimulating. मतलब एक nerve cell जो है वो किसको stimulate कर रहा है? Muscle fiber को. That now the muscle has to contract or now the muscle has to relax. ये stimulus अगर ना मिले तो muscles खुद से contract और relax होते नहीं है. तो nerve cell एक message दे रहा है to your muscles that now it is the time to contract and enable the movement of that particular body part, जिसकी वजह से वो movement possible होगा. So in this way it is very important that how the neurons function, and neurons are responsible for transmitting the impulse from one cell to the another cell or from one neuron to the next neuron. So that was all about the nervous tissue and the end of this chapter. So in this chapter, first of all you have to study about the different types of plant tissues, right? You have to discuss about the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissues. In permanent, you have to discuss about the simple permanent tissues and the complex permanent tissue. Next, we have discussed about animal tissues. In animal tissues, we have discussed epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous tissue.